yeah, just a little practicing, filming and that. And so basically what we've got here is some you call it pine, like Christmas tree waste, so to speak, from our leftover Christmas, not ours, but people that have thrown the Christmas trees out. One of these is from last year. We're outside somebody's house, and then they had another one from this year, and Magda basically just offered to compost it for them, you know. So literally Magda came yesterday with these 2 trees chopped up in a bag, and one of them were rooted, one of them had roots, but it was from last year and it died, and there were one that were just cut from this trunk that were this year, from this year, and so theoretically it couldn't have grown, whereas our other one, I'm going to go down to it now, right, because it's fallen over, right, but we've got one here that my mum gave me, and that one, we sussed out that that's still got roots in it, and it's still alive, so that theoretically can be planted and could continue growing, and that's a little project that I think we're going to try. I think we can get it planted somewhere, but it is cold, but I think pines can take cold, can't they? Yeah, because you grew one anyway, didn't you, Dan?
That's why they're associated with Christmas time, winter festival.
Right,
because
sure.
They stay green and stuff.
Right, got you.
And Norway donate a Christmas tree to the UK every year, so they must grow in Norway. And there's the Norway spruce is the name of one of the types of
yeah, I thought they sort of came from that inside of town, Iceland, Norway, Greenland. There's a lot of Christmas Santa Claus.
In Scotland as well.
In Scotland, yeah. 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 And another interesting thing, I was chatting with Magda early on about pine pollen being a superfood. You know, you collect pine pollen, and it's full of really good nutrients.
Like pollen can be used to help with hay fever, can't it?
That's right. So if you
develop a sort of immunity.
That's right. So for example, I'm assuming that if you suffer from like a tree pollen, if your hay fever is related to tree pollen, or it could be grass pollen, and if you collect that pollen from that grass or that tree that you have the allergy to, I should imagine if you prepare that before the season and you're taking it in some liquid form or some different form, it may well, I mean, I'm not sure if it'll just give you problems and cause you to have hay fever, or if it'll sort of prepare you for it.
Well, with vaccines, they give you such a low dose that it doesn't affect, there's no noticeable effect, but your antibodies inside it
recognise it
and creating the antibodies or whatever, no, the resistance, whatever they're called.
Your immunity, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what we do anyway, isn't it? Generally,
But
when we're
some people just grow out of having hay fever.
Sure.
So there must be a reason for that. Maybe it's just exposure to pollen over the years or whatever.
Yeah, they build like you said, they may well build a immunity to it. But that's interesting, isn't it? Like certain allergies, you don't build an immunity.
Some allergies, it's caused by consuming an excess of it. That's what triggers it in the first place for some people.
Right.
Like when the singer Cisco was on Big Brother,
Yeah.
he said that his seafood allergy was from eating too much shrimp.
Oh.
He ate loads of shrimp and then he got allergic to it.
Okay, because I've heard that they are the certain shellfish, I think, that are classed as an allergen. Food allergens, I can't remember what type, but maybe shrimp's one of them, maybe
for everyone, or just people who are
susceptible, so like nut allergies.
Yeah, there's definitely shellfish, what's it called, seafood allergies, yeah, shellfish allergies.
Yeah, crustaceans or something, or crustaceans, pollux. So yeah, so not that I think we should be eating sea animals anyway. Like
they're like the seafood is like they're like the insects of the sea. That's what they seem like to me.
Sure, yeah, I guess they are. They're smaller and what have you. And you obviously get sea mammals, don't you? And like dolphins, sharks and whales and stuff. And there's other ones. What are them ones like dolphins, beginning with a P, like porpoises, yeah.
And narwhals.
Narwhals, yeah.
They've got like a tusk on them.
Yeah.
There's a song by Weevil stuff.
Yeah.
About a narwhal, and he calls it the unicorn of the sea because of its.
Okay.
Horn. It's a spiral horn as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen those. There's some amazing sea creatures though that you don't really see often, but
and the ones deep down at the bottom of the sea.
Yeah.
And the ones that illuminate themselves.
That's right.
And eels that can produce electricity. What's going on with electric eels?
Exactly. Yeah. Serious. Yeah. Wonder what it's all about. Yeah. Like you said, ones that like illuminate and.
Yeah, there's like a fish that's got a lamp on it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm getting confused with a Pokemon fish,
Yeah.
or if the Pokemon's based on a real fish, which I think that is what it's based.
Okay, yeah. But then saying of electric eels, and aren't we sort of like, don't we have electric in us, or?
You can certainly conduct electricity.
Right.
Electricity and stuff.
Okay, because all our movements and nerve movements, that to do with like electric signals that sending down the down your neural pathways. In the sort of some sort of electrical current or involved.
Sure.
No.
The brain sends some signal to the muscles somehow.
Yeah.
Via the nerves.
Yeah.
And the spine's part of the nervous system.
Central,
the
innit?
Spinal cord.
Now we've got your central nervous system, and you've got your peripheral nervous system, which is outside your spine, going to all your other body parts.
I'm not sure if humans can generate electricity though. Potatoes can. And other living things.
That's right, yeah. Citrus.
Is it citrus?
Yeah. I've heard lemons, you can get a voltage out of them.
Can you get a current out of currants?
Oh, good question, yeah.
Which are they dried grapes?
Grapes, aren't they? Oh no, well currants are currants, I mean like black currants.
Oh yeah, I get mixed up between raisins, sultanas, currants.
Yeah. But I think like sultanas and raisins are like black grapes and green grapes. Also, or white grapes rather, but green in appearance. And I suppose the lighter ones are the sultanas, aren't they? So they'll be the white grapes, where I think the darker ones are the raisins. So
it's interesting the word sultana, because it means the wife of the sultan. So I'm wondering how it became for the dried fruit.
Because that will have been her luxury, like the.
She was into them.
Yeah, that'll have been. It's like the margarita, isn't it? Pizza that were named after the Queen Margherita of Italy.
Oh,
I think so.
Mary might know that one.
Who?
Mary.
Yeah, because she says she's Italian. And it was an Italian lady that mentioned it to me. I'm called Margherita.
Oh, that's what she knows.
So she knows, yeah.
But I've researched what my name means, so people research what their name means.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, certainly.